Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we will start the session. Before starting, I would like to say one thing. See, actually, from now onwards, we will not discuss any. We will not discuss further any new topics. We will be only revisiting the topics which we have discussed already. Probably we will be discussing more example programs, and we will get more clarity on those topics. Okay. The reason is we are unable to maintain uniformity across the sections, and some of the faculty members are unable to take the classes due to the poor internet connectivity. So we want to further proceed for any new topics. Okay. So what I will be doing is, see, there is one nice book. This is a book. Okay, this book contains more than 1,500 pages. The name of it is Java How to Program. Java How to Program by Deitel and Deitel. Okay, this is the name of this book. I will be sharing this book through WhatsApp, and we will be and this book is very nice book in the sense that the programs discussed in this book are very much in industry perspective. Okay, so if you are able to understand these programs, and if you are able to write the programs which is given in the exercise section of this book, then I think it would be a great learning. Okay, so we'll be discussing these programs, some interesting programs in these books. So now I have identified a program from the topic inheritance. So let us go through these and let us try to discuss this program. Okay, so this is what we'll be doing today. So this is a program which is based on inheritance, but it is a pretty lengthy program. So that makes interesting, and it looks like something like a real world scenario. Okay, and also it will provide you the feel of professional programming. Okay, fine. So let us proceed. So here we have a class. We are creating a class. The name of the class is commission employee. Okay, so you know that every class extends object. So whether you give this statement or not, even if you don't give this class will be a subclass of the class object, that is known. And these are the member variables, instance variable. What are they? All these, you can see all these instance variables are private. All of these are private. There are 5 member variables. Out of the 5, all the 5 are private, and 3 of them are string and 2 are double values. Okay, so 3 strings, what are they? The first string is a first name, the next is a last name, and the third is a social security number. Social security number is something like Aadhaar number, okay, a unique number to identify an individual. And then we have something called 2 double values, gross sales. Okay, how much sale that particular employee has made, and commission rate. That is for each sale, how much commission he will get. Okay. For example, say the product he's selling some product, say LIC. So if he sell one LIC policy, then he will get 1% of that. So if he sell a policy of 10,000, okay, then he will get 100 rupees. Okay, something like that, or whatever the percentage it may be. Okay, so these are the member variables, and here comes the constructor. This is a constructor of the class commission employee. It takes all these arguments as input. First, last, SSN, that is social security number, sales, and rate, and these are assigned. First is assigned to first name, last is assigned to last name, SSN is assigned to social security number, and sales, and see this beauty here. This is what I want to address. Sales is not assigned directly to gross sales. Rate is not assigned directly to commission rate. Rather, what the constructor is doing is constructor is calling some other method called set gross sales. This is a method. Set gross sale, it is a method, and it is passing sales to that method. The value of sales is passed to the method. Similarly, constructor, this is constructor. Constructor is calling the method set commission rate, and it is passing rate to that method. So let us see where is that method. So we have to identify two methods, set gross sales and set commission rate. So here comes set gross sales. So this method, what it does in the sense, it receives that sales and it checks whether sales is greater than 0 or not. That is, if he has made some sales or not. If sales is greater than 0, then it assigns gross sales equal to sales. So it checks whether sales is greater than or equal to 0. So it should be greater than or equal to 0. It cannot be less than 0. It should not be a negative value, right? So if else means it's a negative value. You cannot have a negative value for the sales. Else what it does is it throws an exception. We have discussed a little bit about exception, so you could understand this. So what it does is else throw new illegal argument exception. So you are creating an, you see every exception is an then for every exception we have a class in Java. So basically this is the name of a class. It is an exception, but still it is a class. Illegal argument exception. For that class you are creating an object. So basically this statement, new illegal argument exception, it creates an object for the class illegal argument exception. Okay, and the parameter passed for this class or for the constructor of this class is gross sales must be greater than or equal to 0. So you are creating a new object and you are throwing that object. So this will throw an exception. Okay, or if you feel this is difficult, if you are unable to understand this, you need not write this. Instead you can write that system.out.println gross sales must be greater than or equal to 0. That's it. That's enough. Similarly, the set commission rate. This is the method for set commission rate. What checks? So commission rate should be greater than 0 and it should be less than 1. That is, it should be somewhere between 0 and 1. Okay, it cannot be, so rate in the sense it should be between 0 and 1. It cannot be less than it cannot be 0 also, and also it cannot be 1. Okay, it cannot be less than 0 and also it cannot be greater than 0. It cannot be even 0 and it should not be even 1. It should be between 0 and 1. So if it is greater than 0 and less than 1, we are setting commission rate equal to rate. Else we are creating a new illegal argument exception and we are saying commission rate must be greater than 0 and less than 1. Okay, so I think I missed the page. This is the one. So this is how we are setting the gross sales and commission rate. Okay, so that is what the constructor does. So constructor is assigning the first 3 values directly. The rest 2 values are assigned through the respective methods because there are some conditions to be checked. Similarly, you can see here there is a method set first name. Public void set first name. It takes a string first and it assigns first to first name. Okay, so this is used to only set the name alone, first name alone. Similarly, there is a method get first name, which returns the first name. See, this is called as, these are called as getters and setters. Okay, please remember this terminology. This is called as getters and setters. So getters and setters are an important concept, or important terminologies which are used in in Java, or in any other, not only in Java, in any other object-oriented programming language. So what is a getter and what is a setter? Setter is used to set the value for an private member or an instance member, and setter is used to set the value for a private member or an instance member. Say for example, I have a class student. Here I have some variables like string, name, okay, and int, marks, character, grade. Okay, so generally you can have a getter and setter for all the member variables. So that is how professional programs will be written. For every member variable, there will be a getter and a setter. So here we have only 3 members. So for all the 3, you should write a getter and a setter. So setter for the name will be something like this, set name. So setter means set will come with setter, and some string will be passed here, string n, and the code that will be written here is name is equal to n. Okay, and getter means the respective getter will be, so normally setter will not return any argument. Setter, the return type of setter will be void. The return type of getter will be whatever the return type of that particular member variable. So string get name. So setter will start with set and getter will start with get. So set, if you see setter, it will not take any, it will not return any value, but it will take an argument. But getter, it will return a value, but it will not take an argument. So these are the typical things you have to note for a getter and a setter. So it return name. Okay. Similarly, the setter for marks will be something like this: void set marks. It will take an argument int m, and marks is equal to m. Okay. So similarly, the respective getter for marks will be, so the getter should return the value. So it will return something int get marks and return marks. Okay. Similarly, you can write the getter and setter for grade. So this is what here we are doing. So this is the setter for first name, which sets the first name. This is the getter. Similar. This is the getter for first name. It will return the first name. Similarly, we are providing the getter and setter for last name. This is the setter for last name. Public void set last name string last name is equal to last. And this is the getter for last name. Public string get last name, it returns last name. And this is the setter for social security number. Public void set social security number string. It's a string SSN, and whatever this social security number is equal to SSN. And public string get social security number, it returns social security number. And this method we have already discussed. Set gross sales. Set gross sales we have already discussed, and this is the respective getter, get gross sales. It returns the gross sales. And this is set commission rate. It sets the commission rate. And this is get commission rate. It returns the commission rate. Okay. And there is another method, earnings. How much the person earns, which is important. So this method, it returns a double value, and the name of the method is earnings. And what it returns is commission rate into gross sales. Whatever is commission rate. Okay. Whatever is commission rate. So you know that rate should be between 0 and 1. Okay. It's so rate. So basically rate in the sense percentage converted in fraction. So percentage cannot be greater than 100. Okay. So if you convert the 100% into fraction, it will be 0.1, right? So it should not be greater than it should not be greater than or equal to 0.1 and less than or equal to 0.0. It should be in between 0.0 and 0.1. So we are returning commission rate into gross sales, whatever the amount of sales into commission rate, that we are returning. Okay. And here what we are doing is, see, already I told you once that there is a method called toString in the object class. There is a method toString in the object class. It's a predefined method, but we can override that method. So you know that every class is a subclass of the class object. So this class is also subclass of the class object. So here we are overriding the toString method. So this is optional. You can leave this at override. So this says that we are overriding some predefined method, but it is not mandatory. You can also make it command or you can omit it. Okay. Public string toString, and what it does is this method string.format. It returns some string in a particular format, and the format contains what? Some string colon some string space some string slash n. The next line again some string colon some string, next line some string colon 0.2f, some fractional positions were given, slash n, and then some string, next line some string and some floating point number. So what we are doing, let us see, commission employee. So this percentage yes will be replaced by commission employee, just it will give commission employee, and this percentage yes will be replaced by first name, whatever the first name, and this percentage yes will be replaced by last name. So the output contains a string. The first line of the string will be commission employee colon his first name and last name. Okay. The second line will be, so this social security number will replace this percentage yes. So that is the second line because there is a slash n, and then this social security number will, and then this social security number will replace this percentage yes. Okay. So the next line it just says social security number colon social security number. And again we go to the next line. This percentage yes will be replaced by gross sales. So in this place it will display gross sales, and then it will display gross sales, whatever the sales with two positions of floating. Say if your sales is sales value is say 10,000 10,000.2562, then it will round to two digits of fraction, 10,000.25, something like that. Okay. So in the next line, this percentage yes will be replaced by commission rate, and similarly the commission rate will be displayed with two fractional points. Okay. So that's it about this class. So basically this class contains a constructor and it has the respective getters and setters, right? Okay. Now we should write a class which is going to test it. Okay. So this is the class, public class commission employee test. Here we are writing the main method. We are creating an object for the class commission employee employee equal to new commission employee. This is the name, first name Sue, second name Johns, and this is the social security number, and this is the whatever how much sales he has done, and this is the commission rate 0.06. Okay. And then what we are doing, system.out.println employee information, we are displaying the employee information. System.out.println percentage yes, first name is employee.get first name. Okay. So this first name is will replace this percentages. Okay. Are you getting? So we are giving percentages slash n comma first name is. So this first percentage yes will be replaced by this first name is, and the second percentage yes will be replaced by the output of this employee.get first name. In this case it is Sue. Similarly, system.out.println percentages get last name. So this percentage yes will be replaced by last name is, and this employee.get last name will replace this percentages. So it will display last name is Jones. Then percentages social security number is. So this percentages will be replaced with social security number is, and this percentages will be replaced by the output of this employee.get social security number. So it will display social security number is this value 2222242. Okay. Then employee.get gross sales percentages percentage 0.2f commission rate employee.get commission rate. So this percentages will be replaced by commission rate is, and this will be replaced by, so first gross sales. So this percentages will be replaced by gross sales is, and this will be replaced by whatever the gross sales 10,000.00 it will display. And similarly this commission rate is, this percentages will be replaced by commission rate is, and this will be replaced by get commission rate. So that is, which is 0.06. Okay, right? So similarly here you can also call earnings. Here we are not calling the earnings method, but we can call the earnings method, and you can check employee dot, you can write system dot out dot println employee dot get earnings. So when you call employee dot get earnings, it will display whatever his earnings are. Okay. If you want to change the gross sales, here the gross sales is 10,000. If you want change, you can change to set gross sales 500 like that. Okay. You can change the commission rate, but commission rate should not be 0.1. When you give this, it will throw an exception. Okay. So see this, and actually you need not call the, say this last statement, what it does, this is little interesting. Updated employee information obtained by toString employee. So what is this employee? Could someone answer? What is this employee? What is this employee? Yes. In this last statement, what is this employee?
Object for the commission employee.
Object of the class commission employee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here the what happens in the sense, whenever you try to display an object, see here we are directly trying to display the object. Whenever you try to display the object, what happens in the sense, the respective toString method will be called. Is it clear? Please note down this point. Whenever you try to display an object, okay, whenever you try to display an object, the respective toString method whenever you try to display an object using system.out.println, then what happens in the sense, then the method will get called automatically. It will be called automatically. You need not call. It happens automatically. Get called automatically. So here that is what is happening. Actually, you are trying to display employee, but when you call employee, what happens in the sense, when you call employee, the toString method will be called. So where is the toString method? Let us see. So here is the toString method. So toString method returns what? It returns everything. First name, last name, social security number, gross sale and commission rate. All these things it returns. Okay. But it does not, again, it does not returns earnings. You can add one statement to display the earnings. Okay. So this is the complete program. So let us, I just copied it. Let us try to, so I think you understand. If you have any doubts, you can ask. So these are the, so this is the class, public class commission employee extends object. These are the member variables, all the member variables. And here comes the constructor. The constructor takes 5 arguments. and it initializes all the members. Okay. So this is the method, this is the setter for first name, and this is the getter for first name. This is the setter for last name, and this is the getter for last name. This is the setter for social security number, and this is the getter for social security number. This is the setter for gross sales. So it checks whether sales is greater than or equal to 0 or not, otherwise it throws an exception. This is the getter for gross sales. This is the setter for commission rate. And this is the getter for commission rate. And this is the earnings method, which returns the double value. And this is the overridden toString method. Okay. So this is about the class commission employee. It's closed here. Here comes the next class, commission employee test. Okay. So first you should create an object for the class commission employee. So I think that statement is missing here. So let me copy this. Commission employee is equal to new commission employee. We are creating an object for the class commission employee. The name of the object is employee. See, close your videos. The name of the class is, the name of the object is employee. And here we are displaying some informations. Okay. So first name is employee.get first name. It will return the first name. Similarly, last name employee.get last name. This will return the last name. Social security number employee.get social security number. Okay. Gross sales employee.get gross sales. Commission rate employee.get so this will return all these things. So this basically it will check the program. So here I will also add one more statement, system.out.println. How much that employee has earned. Earnings colon plus employee dot earnings. So this will return his earnings. It is whatever the sales he did into commission rate. This file should be saved with this name, commission employee test. Okay. It should be saved with the name commission employee test. So let me save it. Save as commission employee test.java. Let me open the command prompt. Java C. So the file name is commission employee test.java. Class commission employee is public should be declared in a file named commission employee. So it is saying that both these classes are public. So either we should keep it in a different class, or otherwise we'll remove this public here. Employee.get gross sales. I think that bracket is missing there. Yeah. So this is basically, it is a method call. So it should end with the open bracket and close bracket. So it's compiled successfully. Let me execute.